Welcome to Amsterdam on a Sunday morning, a misty Sunday morning. The city is just waking up behind me. We've just been waking up in there and we've been down for breakfast already on our cruise ship and we are about to head and have a day in the city. The ship departs from Amsterdam at 11 o'clock tonight, so we've got the whole day to do whatever we want in one of the best cities in Europe. I suspect we're going to go and have a customised chocolate bar made and then go to the Lego store, because that's the kind of thing that we do in any city. We don't have a lot of culture, but we do like mooching around in Amsterdam, so we're going to head over there in a little bit and do some mooching. Why don't you come along with us? And for anybody wondering just how big the cruise ship is, it's quite big. I mean, it's bonkers. Our cabin is pretty much above this row of lifeboats here. It's kind of 3 above that, up on deck 12. But yeah, it's a big ship. Annoyingly, we have to walk all the way along this massive gangway to get off it, which we didn't last year. We just went straight through into the main terminal last year. But this time we've got like a 5-minute walk down there and then back again to get to the tram stop, which when you're with somebody with mobility issues, means she's absolutely ruined before we even get to the tram stop, which is not ideal. For the record, I really want one of these double-decker trains out of Lego for my Lego City. But I tell you what, this is the spot. If you like transport, the trains are constantly going past over there. You've got the tram lines here, which run every 5 minutes or so. The trains are every 20 seconds or so. And then you've got buses on the road, and then behind you is the cruise terminal. There's our ship there. So, I mean, all I need to do is do some low-flying planes over here, and you've got every piece of transport covered. Do we know anybody who'd enjoy this spot? Andrew. Don't remember that name. Of course, the problem with bringing him on a trip like this is as far as he'd need to go. He wouldn't actually want to go into Amsterdam. So we'd get off the ship, and him and Anna would just sit there all day watching trains and trams, and I'd be Billy No Mates wandering around Amsterdam looking for something to do on my own. So that's one of the reasons why Andy doesn't come on trips like this with us. The others being he would definitely hate it. The lack of reliable internet on the ship would ruin him. And I don't know that they have 3-person cabins anyway. Yeah, there'd be no food for him. Basically, it is not an option for him to come with us on a cruise. He would hate every part of it, apart from this specific part. And he wouldn't want to leave here. Quick question for Amsterdam experts. I'm sure last year when we came, we got on the tram at the cruise terminal. It took us right out the front of Central Station, where all the other trams are, and we could just get onto a different one. We noticed it last night, and it's happened again now. We've been brought round this back entrance, and it's now like a 10-minute walk through all this underneath to get around to the front of the station, where I'm sure we've stopped previously. Have they rebuilt that in a year? Or, because it doesn't look shiny and new. Am I getting on the wrong tram now? Am I misremembering it? I certainly don't remember having to walk for 10 minutes to get onto the next tram when we went into Amsterdam last year when we were here. Please explain it to me. Let me know I'm not losing my mind. And after much kerfuffle, we have made it out of the station and into Amsterdam. What a pretty city it is. I was just saying to Anna, it really does show the quality of the Dutch people compared to the English because of the amount of Canal Tour signs that on a Sunday morning are still reading as Canal Tour. If those signs were in England, certainly on a Saturday night, people would make it a mission to cover up every single one of those C's, and you'd walk out of the train station to a dozen anal tours. But the Dutch are just classier than we are. So because we came into the city for a couple of hours last night, we've already done a bunch of our traditional Amsterdam stuff, so we don't need to go and find stroopwafels. We don't need to go and eat delicious local chips. We still might, but we don't need to. What we're planning on doing first up is heading to the Tony's Chocolonely shop, where you can do customised Tony's chocolate bars in your own custom flavours. Anna's telling me we're going to McDonald's first, so it's not, I don't know why, we just had breakfast, but yeah, we're going to go over there and order some custom chocolate bars. We did it last year, it took like 3 hours, so my theory is by the time we've ordered them, we can go and do our other bits and then collect them on the way back. So I don't understand what's going on. She wanted a drink, but there's a big queue, I think is what's happened there. Possible change of plan. There is a massive queue outside the Tony's shop, probably because it's Sunday. Last year when we came, it was like a Thursday, Friday, and we just wandered straight in, but it is busy. We are not interested in that kind of queue, so I think we'll just buy a boring bar of Tony's from a boring shop, and now we're gonna figure out where the tram stop is so we can get up to the Lego store. Here we go, touristy shops. We've made it to Dam Square, not because we wanted to come to Dam Square particularly, but because the Lego store is the other side of it. Anna wants me to go and stand in the pigeons. I do not want a pigeon on my head, though. I don't think I'd enjoy that, but they've got Ripley's Believe It or Not there. Body World just back down that way. Madame Tussauds is here, so if you are just here for the day like we are, this is a good spot to come for all of your tourism needs. Plus, loads of cheese shops. Lots of cheese in Amsterdam, it seems. No, we can't take cheese back into the UK, I don't think. I'll have to check the rules. We're properly in like the shopping district, and it is mad how we could be walking around England. All the shops are the same. We've just walked past a Holland and Barrett.
No.
H&B, that Anna insists on calling it, because it makes me think she's saying HMV. I know, but it's all the same shops. There was a Primark and a TK Maxx next to each other. Now I know these shops aren't English shops, so it is reasonable that they would be in Europe, but it is mad how everything's the same everywhere. What's water drop?
It's like you put something in water, it makes it taste it.
Okay.
It's all on TikTok.
There you go. Up here is the Lego store, which we are going to do a full video on, but that will be on the Lego channel, so I'll link to that down below. It will already have been released before this video, so if you want to see what we get up to in there, go watch that video. Trip to the Lego store complete, as you can see. Lego windmill behind me. That was a great store. Lots of fun to be had in there. If you want to see all of the bits and bobs we did, like I say, there's a video over on Block Party, but now I need to go and hook back up with Anna again, who's waiting over here. She did come in the store, but she doesn't spend as long in there as I do because she's not mad. So I've left her over here. We're going to go and find something to eat, I think. We're back at the same restaurant on Dam Square where we sat last year on this exact day and ate Bitterballen, and we're going to sit here and eat Bitterballen, and I'm very happy about it because it is my favourite snack and you can't get them in England, and I'm very sad about it. Anna doesn't like them, so she's just going to have chips. I like having a little jar of mustard to spread on anything, really.
Mayonnaise and stuff.
Interesting. Last year we sat here and showed you the £250 worth of rubber ducks that we'd just bought down the road. This year we didn't buy rubber ducks. That is maturity and progress, I think. I have got a big bag of Lego with me, but yeah, Anna's suffering. I think we're going to head back to the ship after this. And I was going to say put Anna down. That's not what I mean. As in put her on the bed.
What's going on in your mind? Put me down.
We are going to try the chocolate shop again on the way back just to see if there's a smaller queue.
And if actually made me very sad.
And if necessary, we could go in and place an order and I can come back out and grab her while she's resting. I didn't mean it in that way. It was more, I know what I mean, put you on the bed, but it almost came out of my mouth as that. Oh, I'm going to get shouted at as soon as I turn this camera off, so I might just leave it on. What should we chat about? And I have a nice, delicious Zero beer, which I really enjoyed last year. It's a nice change from the Heineken Zero we have to drink on the cruise ship, because it's the only zero alcohol beer they have.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but this one's nice. Obviously, none of it is on a level with Guinness Zero, but strangely, in the Netherlands, they don't have a lot of Guinness Zero knocking around. I've got my Bitterballen. What a time to be alive. Look at them. Look at them. I like them very much. Job done. Now we can head back to the ship. Although we are going to go via the Tony's shop to see if there's still a queue. Anna is very cold now. She was too hot when we were in the Lego store. Now she's freezing cold. We can't get Anna to the right temperature. And she's being a Swiftie today as well, wearing my hat.
No, I'm just cold.
Now Anna is a confirmed Swiftie. I have suggested we head over the road to Primark and get the matching jacket, which I think they have on sale at the moment, but she wants to just be a subtle Swiftie, I think. I don't know, I'm finding it amusing that you're so offended at the idea of you liking someone. Do you really not like her?
It's not like you're saying that I'm wearing it for that and I'm not. I'm cold.
She's wearing it because despite the fact it's the middle of winter and we knew it was going to be 0 degrees, she didn't bring a coat, hat, scarf, anything. So she's wearing my hat.
When I'm walking, I am hot. When I sit, I am cold.
So several hours later, there's still a massive queue outside the Tony's chocolate shop. So I guess we're not going there. Build a bigger one, Amsterdam. It's your best tourist attraction. We're now just going to head in the supermarket and buy some generic flavours rather than making our own, because we've got to get some. It's the best chocolate, but it's not so good that we're going to queue up for an hour to get into the store, design our custom one, and then have to wait 3 hours for them to make it. 4 hours time, I want to be back on that cruise ship, warm, because it is cold out here, and I don't have a proper coat with me either. Well, it's not quite the same as going in the proper store across the road, but this supermarket has lots of flavours. Just obviously we can't do the custom made ones in here, but I might get a little selection box of different ones from the top. That might be the way forward. We're just on our way back to the ship and Anna's just spotted this, which on inspection online is apparently the highest swing in Europe. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but right up the top there of that building there is a swing. I've just looked it up online. It's open till 8 o'clock tonight. It's €18.50 a person to go on the big swing at the top there. I think to get to it, we'd have to get one of these ferries across the canal and then walk down, I guess. So it would be a journey, and I think we'd both chicken out once we got to the top, but we're kind of semi-keen, but also quite tired and cowards, and our ship is right there, and it's really tempting at nearly 4 o'clock just to go back to the ship and have a little bit of a rest. I think that's probably what we're going to do, but it's certainly something to think about for the future. I imagine I'm probably still over the weight limit for it at the moment, but no. I'm going to look it up further when we get back. Several hours later, we are back on the ship, obviously, as you can see. It's black tie night. We decided we didn't like black tie night last year, so we're doing black shirt night. I've got a black shirt on. Anna has a black dress on. With fairies on, and we're just avoiding the areas where you have to be in black tie, which actually is a remarkably small area of the ship. But I know you want a fit check, so there I am, looking snazzy and beautiful. Would you like an Anna fit check? Should we go and see what Anna's dressed as? There she is, look. There's the back end of Anna. Oh, there's the front side of Anna as well, wearing a dress. Who are you wearing?
Disturbia.
Disturbia? Never heard of it. But yeah, we're going to go down and have some din-dins. I'm also trying to upload a YouTube video, which is... The hotel Wi-Fi is trash, but I have tethered my phone to it, which Anna suggested. And that seems to be... While we're still in Amsterdam and I can use my roaming, that seems to be working a little bit better. So as long as it's uploaded before we head back out into maritime land, then we should be good. But let's go and have some din-dins. Because it's black tie night, we're on the fancy menu, and we just turned down the amuse-bouche because carrot and peach soup, definitely not my thing. The rest of it looks pretty good, but it's about a gazillion courses, which I suspect means very small plates, and I've already turned down my amuse-bouche. So this is our starter. We have a crispy pork thing and green. Next up, we have our soup course, which is French onion soup. It's only the second time we've ever had this. We had it in France last year.
Last year?
Was it 2 years ago? Might have been 2 years ago. And Anna loved it. And she was just saying the other day she wished she could have more. Here it is on the menu. Would you like to sum up your thoughts? She made that noise as the waiter brought it over. So, main courses. Anna has a rather snazzy looking chicken Kiev. I have got a beef Wellington. That's a potato thing. There's my potato thing. And then for dessert, Anna has got something, we don't even remember what she ordered. It's like a pie, a wibbly wobbly cake. I'm a child, so just got a bowl of ice cream because I didn't like the look of anything that was on there. And of course, despite it being 8:30 at night, I have a coffee on the way because I haven't had one since breakfast and I'm worried my brain might turn off. For the first time since we got on the ship, we've got the cool glass lift in the atrium and no one else in here, so I can show you around as we go up. Although we're not going very far, so we've stopped on the next floor up, but there's some kind of dancing going on down there. Yeah. They're dancing down there and photos and things being taken up here, and now we disappear. But yeah, we're trying not to be alarmed, but during dinner there was an alert came out over the tannoy. I don't even know if it was meant for the public or they did it by mistake, because it was calling for a first aid response to the engine room for a presumed fire.
Because the engine just started, didn't it? It was weird.
But then nothing else happened. Nobody seemed to be concerned. It was like me and Anna were the only ones who heard it. But now we've got 2 lifts out of order. And yeah, so like I say, trying not to be concerned. I'm sure it'll be okay. But we're going to put some outdoor clothes on just in case. The only...
A very good evening, Ships Company. This is the staff captain on the bridge. Ships Company, attention, first stage response. First stage response can stand down. I repeat, Ships Company and first stage response, you may now stand down. I'm happy to report the report we had was a false alarm, but thank you very much for everyone reacting as you did. You may stand down. Thank you.
That's all right then. We're still going to go back to our room because the shows. Do you want to let us in while I talk to the boys and girls? There is evening entertainment every night. There's usually singers in the bars. There's a theatre that's had various shows in. There was a comedian here one night, but there's not really been anything that appeals to us. Yeah, the comedian's on tonight, but not until 1:45. No, you're all right. 1:45? Goodness me. If I'm up at that time, I'm watching the Sailaway at midnight. But the only shows that are on, there's 90s tribute act and someone dressing up as Jessie J. Last time we came, there was quite a good show the first night, wasn't there? But it's just tribute acts and stuff this time, and it's not great. So I think we'll just hang out in the room. We like to hang out in the room. I cannot get this back in this. That's what I'm fiddling with. I've also got a thumbnail to make for the Lego video I made earlier. So.
Did not like dessert.
Didn't you? I mean, that was basically a 5-course meal. I don't know I've ever eaten that many courses.
No, dessert.
No, the dessert was weird. It was good though. And that was the one restaurant where you didn't have to be in black tie, even though everyone else in there was. But that one didn't have rules, weren't enforcing the rules, so I was fine, dressed like a bit of an herbert. But yeah, I think we'll hang out in here for a bit, and then if we're still feeling energetic, close to midnight, we'll head out for some supper, get some Horlicks, and maybe watch the Sailaway. That might be fun. Well, we've just been down to get our Horlicks. It's 11:15, which means 1/4 the time that everyone had to be aboard the ship. The little walkway is still there though, and the doors are still open, which makes me wonder if we're waiting for stragglers. I would love to capture someone running down that little plank area, carrying their suitcase going, hold the ship, hold the ship. Because I've seen the videos online and they're always hilarious, because I know this is only our second cruise, but the times are so clear. It's in big letters as you get off. It's so clear what time you have to be on, and we've never been on with less than like 8 hours to spare. So I don't really know how it happens, but I really want to see it. But I think we might have missed it because I think they're bringing the thing in. If last year's trip is anything to go by, the ship won't actually leave for at least another hour or so. Yeah, it was just after midnight, I think, that it left last year. So I am a tired bear and I am drinking my Horlicks, so I can't guarantee I'm going to be up until that point. But goodness me, I will try my hardest to stay up until that hour. But worth pointing out, we looked at the sights of Amsterdam from up here first thing this morning. It is so pretty. The cruise terminal is a little bit of an eyesore with the light. Because the other side of it is where you've got all of the little buildings next to where the station is and all of the canal stuff. Yeah, so you do get some nice views from up here. Unfortunately, they're a little bit spoilt by the light pollution coming off of that thing, which isn't as bad in real life as it is on this camera, but it's still a very pretty city. I like it here. This certainly isn't going to be our last time here. Yeah, Anna's desperate to see someone running. Absolutely desperate, yeah. Well, we've waited out here for about 10 minutes. There doesn't seem to be anybody late. They still haven't brought the thing in, so it's freezing out here. We're going to go in. I assume I didn't film any more today or any of the Sailaway stuff. If I did, I'll insert those clips here. On the assumption that I didn't, though, And even if I did, you're now back with us. I'll say goodbye. So if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for loads more travel content. We've got one more cruise day yet. We've got a full day at sea tomorrow. So we'll find a way to keep ourselves amused on this ship. Because we've still got 2 more nights. We're not off the ship tomorrow. So we've got to get home yet. Thank you very much for watching.